that was just one of those old grinded out games where we just found a way to win. Just really proud of our guys for hanging in there and not giving up. Those 2 threes Osei hit, it looked like it was over, and but we hung around and made enough plays down the stretch. Really proud of Daniel Peace. Showed a lot of resiliency and really made some huge plays down the stretch that gave us a chance to win the game. And then the free throws. What we did down the stretch hitting free throws was really impressive, particularly coming off Thursday night's game where we didn't capitalize at the free throw line.
In that situation, though, you have to like the ball in Wesley's hands.
No doubt. I mean, he goes 12 for 12, and he wants the ball in that situation. That's what you want as much as anything. Somebody who truly wants the ball, and he wanted it. He wanted it, went and got it, and we had one chance. We knew after Johnson made that second free throw, we had a chance to get it to one guy, and he's the guy we designed to play to make sure he got it in his hands too.
You mentioned a couple big defensive plays from Daniel. Just talk about that kid's performance and how cool it is that it happens on senior day.
It is. It usually, it usually doesn't work out, it plays out that quite that fitting as it was. But he's a guy who his role changed this year with the team. He goes from a full-time starter last year to the backup point guard, and he's never wavered in terms of doing everything he can to win. And you look at our season, 2 of our biggest wins were against Little Rock. They were the preseason number 2 in the league, and he played a huge role in both of them. So tonight, that was truly a Daniel Peace type game because he did it with grit and toughness.
You guys had a couple long, tough offensive stretches, one in the first half, I think 8 or 9 minutes almost without a field goal, and yet you hung around defensively. How important was that when not much was going right offensively, you guys kept around?
Well, two things that led to that is, number one, they're really good defensively, always have been, and that's what they hang their hats on, defensive and toughness and half-court defense, and so we were struggling to score. And part of that was they had that length on Jordan. Jordan's been a guy who's just been scoring at will on everybody, but they really slowed him down. So those 2 things. But you're exactly right, and that's what kept going through my mind in the first half is, man, we're still in it. We're still in it. We're still in it. And then I told Coach Grant at halftime, I said, we're just lucky to be tied. We're just lucky as can be to be tied. So that was huge that we didn't let them expand that run. I think we were down 7 at one point. We never let them expand it much further than that.
Daniel said this is a confident team heading into the tournament next week. You feel the same way?
For sure. We've won 6 out of 8, and this league has been such a grind this year. It's hard to win 2 in a row, and we've won 6 out of 8, and to beat a team that was really playing their best, the best they've played all year, and just a tough, gritty team full of 6 seniors. That was an excellent win heading into New Orleans. The thing we do now, we've got to get our legs back under us and be ready to play on Wednesday.
You've been in so many close games. Like I asked those guys, I mean, how much does that factor into next week and make you kind of feel good? I mean, you've been on both sides of those close games throughout this conference schedule, but does that kind of benefit you guys heading into next week?
Well, I don't know exactly which way it goes, but this league is, like I said, it's been such a grind. There's been so many close games. One thing that we can be assured of that I think in the tournament you're going to find a bunch of tough, down to the wire type games, which you get a lot of that in conference play, any conference tournament play anyway. But yeah, I think the thing that it does for us is we won't be shocked to be in a game like that because we've been in so many of them.
Any other questions? I just want to quick on Jordan, his development from his freshman season into this sophomore season. Just how much he's grown as you've seen.
Well, Jordan wasn't his best tonight. A couple things, he was out of gas, and they do a really good job on him. The difference, that Shoshi makes on that team, his size and his length and his experience, knows how to play. He just walled up and used that length, and Jordan had trouble. And then he had a couple in the second half. He tried to go into his body, and he still kept alive. But Jordan, for this season, he's made a huge step forward. If you remember last year, he had a tremendous non-conference portion. Goes into league play, averaging, I think, 16, 17, and 9, shooting 45% on threes, and just kind of hit a couple walls in league play, like what happens to most freshmen. Got hurt a couple times. So then he had surgery last summer. He didn't get to work out all summer. Didn't really get to change his body, which he needs. He needs to change his body some. But the year he's had this year has been it's been a tremendous step forward in making himself one of the better players in this league. And I think a crossroads moment for him was about 3 or 4 games in. We challenged him to be better in practice, be a better leader, be better in day to day. You know, because he's one of those guys where, like most young guys are, he want to play on game night. He wasn't too into all that other stuff. But he's changed his habits, and I think it's made him a more consistent player.
That three he hit was pretty big, about 10 minutes in.
That three was huge because I think we were down 7 at the time. So yeah, that was a huge three, and he's a capable 3-point shooter. We don't have any problem with him, shooting a three. Probably was a better look for him than trying to score over Shoshi at the moment.
All right, thanks for.
All right, Wesley, I'll just start off with you. How important was it for the non-seniors to send the seniors out?
These guys, they mean a lot to us. Playing with them, coming here. Peace came here my second year, and Jeremy has been here with me the whole time, and Devon coming in this year. And they're all special to the team in their own way. So it was just important for us to send them out with a win.
I wanted to talk to you about his contribution, in particular, down the stretch. Really fine defense and some clutch points too. What did you see from this game?
Oh yeah, Peace, he was big for us tonight. I know it'd be a high emotion game for him, last game in the arena. So he came out and did what he did all year. Spark is on the defensive end. I think he ended with 4 steals or something like that. And he made his free throws tonight, so that helped us out down the stretch too.
Yeah. All right, Daniel, take it away. I mean, what was it like? Your last home game here. Just talk about the emotions of that part of it.
Like you said, very emotional. I pretty much just wanted to leave a mark this last game, contributing everywhere I could. I'm big on energy, so I want to bring as much energy as I could to the team, and that's what I did tonight.
Very good. Man, you had a couple big steals after they went up. They're up 7 with under 4 to play. Your defensive mindset, I guess, at that point.
Coach said we needed stops, and I just did all I could. I got to going back and forth with one of the guys, so I felt like I had to back up what I was saying. So that had a big part in it. Don't let my man score was my mentality, and then help wherever else I could.
I think you guys finished out, win the last 2 before you head into Sun Belt play. As both of you guys comment on that, I guess Daniel, you can go first.
We definitely needed that. Going into the tournament hot is a pretty big deal. Winning 2 in a row, our confidence is pretty high. It's only 2 teams in the league that we haven't beat, so going into it, we feel like we have good chances.
And we know what we had at stake tonight with the seeding in the conference. Halftime, coach comes and tells us that Coastal, they lost to App State, so they gave us a little bit more motivation to win, and get that higher seed for the Sun Belt tournament.
Going into next week, is this feel? You talk about the confidence. Is this more than you've ever had in y'all's years going into the Sun Belt tournament for sure?
Yeah, definitely. This is probably the highest seeding we've been in a while, and then the team we got is special, so our confidence is at a high level. We're a close team on and off the court, so confidence and then those wins, going into the tournament hot, it's pretty big.
Wesley, let me ask you, you guys were, playing from behind most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
How important is it not just to score, but, you guys were scoring with the clock stopped, at the foul line, and how comfortable are you with the ball in your hands in that situation?
Oh, like our team we've been excellent all year at the free throw line, and that's something we've done well all year. So we have confidence in ourselves that if we get to the line, we're gonna knock it down and keep ourselves in the game.
You guys have been in so many close games. You've won some, you've lost some. What will you take from that throughout the regular season and carry it into the Sun Belt tournament? I mean, does that give you an edge of the number of games y'all been in that have been so close this year? Does that kind of give you some kind of advantage going in next week?
Yeah, we've been faced with a lot of close games, a lot of adversity. So yes, I think that is an advantage for us going into the Sun Belt tournament because we've pretty much seen everything, know what we have to do. So we'll be ready if if it works out like that in the tournament.
You guys had a couple long, tough offensive stretches, like 8 minutes in the first half or something like that without a bucket. Another stretch early in the second half. And yet, how important was the defense when the offense wasn't exactly, clicking?
Well, sometimes we're not going to have it on offense, night in and night out. So defense was important for us tonight. Peace coming off the bench and give us that energy in the second half, to spark our run late. So.
Any other questions?